So I just want to start off by saying it's been an absolute privilege to have participated in this program. I want to thank our superintendent for affording us with this opportunity. What I've gotten out of the program is just absolutely priceless. First, I truly appreciated having the opportunity to collaborate with my colleagues, both at the instructional level and at the administrator level. Just to see the work that was done by our teachers just blew me away. The detail and the level of time and consideration that was put into each one of the projects over the past few weeks and over, the course of this program has just really spoke to the talent that we have in the district and the possibilities and capabilities that our teachers have and our students could really learn from if we continue to allow them to develop themselves professionally, and if we give them a little room in terms of being creative with how they plan and deliver instruction. So I'm just really excited to be able to implement some of these new platforms into my own work with teachers, particularly as it relates to how I deliver faculty meetings from now on. My experience with developing a podcast and an educational video and an animation really is going to spice up how I present material to my teachers so that they can remain just as engaged as we want our students to. So when I think about my overall experience, the first thing that comes to mind is now I have a new understanding of what STEM truly means. Before taking this program, I really thought that STEM really was restricted to some type of technology or software program or robot that kids had to interact with to truly call it STEM. And from the first week in this course, I learned that that's not so. STEM is more so how we design our lessons so that our students can have these wonderful learning experiences that allow them to think critically, that allow them to design and innovate, that allow them to be inquisitive learners and find solutions to everyday challenges. So that's the true meaning of STEM, and it can look and take on different forms. The STEM lesson planning, I have to say that to me is most important out of everything that we've done, because we can look at all of these different software programs and games and animation and all of the different tools that we've worked with. However, it's meaningless if we don't have a plan in place to deliver that. And when we think of how we plan for a STEM lesson that, spans the discipline, transdisciplinary learning, we truly have to understand each part of that, of each component of the lesson plan, particularly as it relates to the engineering principles, which I really have begun that work with my teachers. Using technology. How are your students using technology? What can you do to keep students engaged at high levels? What engineering or art or design principles are you putting into the lessons so that kids really, really have a deep and thorough experience in this learning experience that we are creating for them? So STEM, again, is just not about, technology. It's about how we plan and design lessons. So what has really stuck with me is that we really need to be intentional in how we use technology. We need to make sure that when we infuse these different platforms into our work, that they serve a purpose, not only to enhance the learning experience, but to solidify the learning that we want students to walk away with. Guiding and coaching teachers on their use of technology, making sure that they consider themselves a lifelong learner, as I consider myself to be, and that they just don't stop at what they know or stop at, traditional instruction where it's a textbook, a smart board, a Promethean board, and a Google Doc. Like, let's move beyond that and let's get kids to start creating and using some of these different resources that are out there for us daily, but with intent. So I am thankful that I participated in this course. I made a list of all the different things that we've done, and we've really covered a lot, from the podcast to the robot, animation, educational videos, the optalysis, the action research, really having a solid understanding of what it means to copyright material, the choice board, and diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is so key right now, important that we recognize and we do our work in a proper way to ensure that our learning environments reflect diversity, that we are equitable in our practices, and that it's an inclusive environment. So there's been so much that I've learned from this course. I could go on and on and on. It truly was valuable for me. I want to thank my colleagues for their input, for working collaboratively with me. I want to thank the teachers for working collaboratively with us. It's been a wonderful experience, and I hope it's one that we can continue again.